Today we are discussing about anti-diabetic drugs. So we are starting from diabetes mellitus. So diabetes mellitus is chronic disorder due to deficiency or insufficiency of insulin that affect carbohydrates, fats and protein metabolism. Their symptoms and signs first of all are hyperglycemia, glycosuria, ketoacidosis, polyuria, polydipsia, loss despite polyphagia. Now decreased or absent insulin activity result in diabetes mellitus. Their Greek name is diabetes means siphon and mellitus mean sweet or honeyed. High blood sugar level leads to hyperglycemia. There are two types. First is insulin dependent or juvenile onset associated with ketosis, and second is non-insulin dependent or maturity onset not associated with their ketosis. On the other hand, insulin and analogs are insulin is a Latin word. Iceland is a peptide hormone produced by beta cells of pancreatic islets called Langerhans islets by named of Paul Langerhans, which was a German physician and entomologist, which discovered it in age of 21, who was a medical student considered to an anabolic hormone of body regulating metabolism of carbohydrates, fat, protein, promoting absorption and glucose from blood to liver fat and skeletal muscle. Now these islet cells antibodies are marker that appear when insulin producing beta cells in pancreas are damaged. They can be detected a long time before beta cells complete destroyed. In this picture, the DNA or genetic material that is producing in their respected carbohydrates, fats and protein promoting absorption of glucose from blood to liver, fat and skeletal muscles. They are making chain A and chain B of 21 amino acids and 30 amino acids which are in chain B. These are islets appear when insulin producing beta cells in pancreas. They are damaged and can be detected for long time. Now drugs producing diabetes. These are thiazides, diuretics and streptozotocin and adrenocortisol steroids, oral contraceptives. They can't make enough insulin. Now we are discussing about type 1 producing beta cells and type 2 producing beta cells. This in type 1 they 10% patient occur type 1 and 90% patient have type 2 disease. In beta cells they are destroyed by autoimmune reaction, so have no longer synthesis and secretion in blood. Type 1 diabetes occur without autoimmune nature, that is iodopathically. In type 2 diabetes mellitus, destruction of beta cell less pronounced than one type, not due to autoimmune process. Instead there is accumulation of amyloid in pancreatic islets. In type 1 there is genetic of normality of cells don't able to produce insulin, and genetic and environmental factor are included, and their activation of immune cells occur auto antibodies to no production and down, and autoimmune response and insulin C peptide cells to decrease and beta cell destruction. On the other hand, 90% disease for occurring type 2 diabetes is less understood and reduce islets beta cells, reduce secretory function of islets beta cells that survive, and peripheral tissues insulin resistance involved. Type 2 increases glucagon and secretion which unaffected by unresponsive to concentration of blood and glucose, but insulin still secreted. In type 2 they don't reproduce to insulin, but later in disease often don't make enough insulin. Genetic predisposition, constitutional factors included insulin resistance, insulin C peptide beta cells slightly increase, and dysregulation of impaired glucose tolerance, insulin peptide C cells slightly to decrease, and beta cells sufficiency. On the other hand, the picture is showing that in our blood, normal blood glucose level, they are producing high blood glucose level after eating. In pancreas, that making insulin. This insulin is in liver cells, glucose and glycogen in skeletal muscle to increases and stimulate glucose uptake by cells. They are in fatty cells to produce ATP and go to blood vessels. Now when the blood glucose level drops, the pancreas cells causes glucogen decreases and glucagon glycolysis livers to produce a cycle and repeated this procedure. Now classification of anti-diabetic drugs are first are insulin preparations, second are intermediate acting, and third are long acting. First are short acting, they have standard insulin and purified insulin. In standard insulin, they have regular insulin, crystalline zinc insulin, regular iletin first. Now remembering this, first insulin, similitin, and insulin, similitin, iletin, first insulin. Purified insulins are regular humulin, regular iletin. Now there is second iletin and semilanity and velocillin. Intermediate acting are standard isophone and NPH. NPH is neutral protamine hagidrone. These insulin causes linity, iletin, first insulin, NPH, neutral protamine hagidrone to humulin, NPH, iletin, first insulin, but in purified form are insulated NPH, insulin, linate, humulin, linate, iletin 2 and insulin, NPH, humulin, NPH and iletin 2 insulins. Long acting are standard and purified insulin. PZ1 are referred to protamine zinc insulin and PZL iletin first, ultralenate insulin, ultralenate iletin first. Their purified form included PZL iletin 2 and ultralenate humulin. These are their examples, but they are different names to remember. In this picture, the rapid acting, short acting, intermediate reacting occurring in skeletal muscles and pancreas of human to produce albumin, and they causes glucose deficiency and obesity. Now B are oral hypoglycemic agents. Sulfonylureas are first generation and second generation. Their example are tolbutamide, tolazamide, acetohexamide, chloropromide, and second generation are glyburide, gilibinic lamide, and gilipizide, glidazinamide. And bigonides are fenoform, buformin, and metformin. But common anti-diabetic agent include insulin, non-sulfonylureas or bigonides. The bigonides are in the form of metformin, and sulfonylureas include chloropropamide, glimepiride, glipizide, glyburide, tolazamide, and tolbutamide. Now glinides and meglitinides. They are natglinides or rapglinide. Thiazolidine, sorry, thiazolidine diniose. This drug is different. So, rosiglitazone and pioglitazone. Alpha glucosides and inhibitors are acrobose and migilitol. In certain mimetics are albiglutide and dulaglutide, and others are exenatide, liraglutide, and lixisenatide. In myelin analogs are pralinitide. These are the common antidiabetic agent and their examples which are imported in pharmacological but are different and difficult to read out. Now DDPL4 inhibitors, they are dipeptidyl peptidose 4 inhibitors. Their examples are in pharmacological are alogoliptin, axenatide, linagliptin, thexagliptin, sitagliptin, and now in sodium glucose cotransporter SGLT2. They are inhibitors canagliflozin and dapagliflozin and empagliflozin. Insulin preparations. Insulin binds to two extracellular alpha subunit of insulin receptor on target cell. Insulin receptor complex internalized in protein kinase activity of two intracellular beta subunit of insulin. The insulin receptor are stimulated and now phosphorylation of receptor protein and other intracellular protein. The translocation of glucose transport protein from within cell to exposed locations on cell surface increases their transport of glucose. When insulin deficiency, what causes? They causes inhibit glycogenolysis, inhibits conversion of fatty acid and amino acid to keto acid. They inhibit conversion of amino acid to glucose. Anabolic action. Promote glucose storage, increase triglyceride synthesis, increases VLDL formation, and their adverse effect causes hyperglycemia, insulin allergy, immune insulin resistance, and lipodystrophy at injection sites. For who patients in insulin. Here insulin are a number of different way to dose insulin and no single regimen will work for every patient. Patient variable like education, motivation, diabetes control and resources must have considered with determining which method will be fit in each individual. Their parental doses are 100 units over ml, 3 ml vial, and half life are 4 to 6 minutes. Now on the lower side there is a insulin pen, a disposable pen. This contain a pre-filled insulin cartridge. Once used, the entire pen is thrown away. A reusable pen, one is usable and other is not usable, disposable. This contains a replicable insulin cartridge. Once empty, a person discharges the cartridges and installs a new. Now sulfonylureas. Their example are tolbutamide, tolzamide, acetocaximide, and chloropropamide, glyburide, and glipizide. Their mechanism of action, they stimulate insulin release from pancreatic beta cells reduce serum glucogen concentration. And now proteinate insulin action on target cell, sensitized pancreatic beta cell to glucose. They increase activity of insulin receptors. Their clinical uses are non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. Metabolism included hypoglycemia, skin have rashes and photosensitivity, and GIT disturbance causes nausea, vomiting and jaundice. In this picture, when low glucose occurred, the glucose cells react with Krebs cycle to produce ADP to ATP in mitochondria. The ATP and ADP ratio goes to make ATP, and ATP now causes to go out from a channel. Now at this stage the different others like potassium and sodium channels causes to restriction for ATP and not to come out. So they causes ATP sensitive potassium channel and depolarization occur, which causes insulin vesicles to increase in human. Sulfonylureas, glimepiride. Their internal doses include tablet 1 mg or 2 mg, 4 mg. These drugs exert their hypoglycemic effect by stimulating insulin secretion from pancreatic beta cells. Their primary mechanism of action close of ATP sensitive potassium channel in beta cells plasma membrane, and so initiate a chain of events which result in insulin release. Their internal doses include 1 mg, 2 mg and half-life is 5 to 8 hours. The sulfonylureas in blood causes leukopenia, agranulocytosis, thrombocytopenia, pancytopenia and hemolytic anemia. Now the another important pharmacological anti-diabetic agents are bigonides. Their example is phenformin, buformin and metformin. Their mechanism of action is direct stimulate glycolysis to peripheral tissues with increased glucose removal from blood. Now they decrease hepatic glucogenesis, slowing of glucose absorption from GIT. Their reduction of plasma glucose level increases insulin binding to insulin receptors. Their clinical uses are non-insulin dependent diabetes, obesity whose hyperglycemia, but adverse effect which causes metabolic taste, anorexia, nausea, vomiting and diarrhea. In bigonides, liver cells causes down to glucose production and glucose absorption causes down, and glucose uptake their example is metformin and causes vomiting, abdominal pain and obesity. Another slide is referred to non-sulfonylureas or bigonides, metformin. That is the same slide, and their internal doses include intermediate release 500 mg to 850 mg, 1000 mg. Their half-life are 4 to 8.7 hours. Their mechanism is same that I described in the previous slide. Now the another slide is meglitinide, which is anti-diabetic producing drugs. Natgalinide is their example. Natgalinide is an oral anti-diabetic agent that when used in combination with metformin or resiglitazone to treat diabetes 2 has been shown to effective to reducing HbA1c, glycated hemoglobin, relative to metformin or resiglitazone. Their internal doses are 60 mg and 120 mg tablets. Half-life is 1.4 hour. This slide is using and showing the glenide's reaction and insulin vesicles to increase like sulfonylureas, and their example are nadglenide, rapaglenide. Alpha glucoside inhibitors. First is acrabose and second is migolitol. Acrabose comes as a tablet to take by mouth. It is usually taken 3 times a day. It is very important to take one each dose with first bite of each main meal. Internal dose is 25 mg, 50 mg or referred by their pharmacist or a doctor. Half-life there included 2 hours. Migolitol are anti-hyperglycemic action of result form a reversible inhibition of membrane-bound intestinal alpha-glucoside and hydrolase enzymes. Internal doses are 25 mg, 50, 100 mg tablets. Half-life is 2 hours. Mechanism of action is alpha-glucoside inhibitor inhibit the glucose alpha-glucoside at brush border of intestinal epithelium, thus blocking the absorption of carbohydrates in small intestine. Now next is thiazolidinosis, rosiglitazone, pioglitazone. Internal doses are 2 mg, 4 mg, 15 mg, 30 mg and 45 mg. Half-lives are different 3 to 4 and 3 to 7 hours. In this slide, thiazolidinosis react with their PPAR gamma receptor to causes increase in insulin sensitivity in fatty acid increases and in the skeletal muscle the low production of glucose and which refer to obesity, liver disease and some inflammation of foot. In certain mimetics, albiglutide brand name is Tanezem. Glucagonolike peptide GLP-1 receptor agonist indicated as an adjacent to diet and exercise to improve glycemic control to adult with type 2 diabetes mellitus. Because type 2 mellitus is 90% in patients, 30 mg SC once weekly may increase to 50 mg once week if glycemic response is inadequate. Their parental doses are 30 mg by pen and 50 mg by pen. Half-life is 5 to 8 days. Mechanism of action is in certain mimetics are new class of anti-diabetic drugs which involve modulation of insulin system. They bind to and activate glucagon-like peptide GLP-1 receptor on pancreatic beta cells, following which insulin secretion and synthesis are initiated. The GLP-1 and G1P which with their fatty cells TTP4 which are dipeptidyl peptidase 4 inhibitor causing gastric emptying and vomiting and loss in weight. Now another is amylin analogues pralinitide. In parental doses are 0.6 ml and half-life is 48 minutes. By mimicking the action of natural occurring hormone amylin, pralinitide complements insulin by regulation of appearance of glucose into circulation after meal via three primary mechanism of action. They causes slowing gastric emptying, suppressing inappropriate post-meal glucagon secretion and increasing satiety. Synthetic amylin in gastric emptying causes amylin to increase satiety and postprandial glucagon to decrease. These are injected by injection when the glucose level is goes down. Dipeptidyl peptidose 4 inhibitors. Algoliptin, linagliptin. First is 6.25 mg and 12.5 mg to 25 mg. Their half-life is 12.5 to 21 hours, and second is tablet 5 mg and 180 hours. The mechanism of dipeptidyl peptidose 4 inhibitors to increase in certain level glucagon like peptide 1, GLP-1 and glucose dependent insulinotropic peptide which inhibits glucagon release, which in turn increase insulin secretion, decrease gastric emptying and decrease blood sugar levels. The DDP4 inhibitors, their main drugs are algoliptin, lingoliptin, saxagliptin, sitagliptin. Now, SGLT2 inhibitors. These are canagliflozin. SGLT2 are sodium glucose co-transporters. For people with type 2 diabetes, TD2 and chronic kidney diseases, canagliflozin and are oral sodium glucose co-transporter to SGLT2 inhibitor has a renal and cardiovascular protective effect in regarding the progression of kidney impaired. And their tablet are 100 mg to 300 mg. Their half-life is 10 to 13 hours. In this picture, SGLT2 sodium and glucose goes to their SLUT2 and causes to kidney reabsorption defects and others in canagliflozin and dapagliflozin are their example. Diabetes insipidus. Diabetes insipidus is characterized by extreme thirst and passing of large amount of urine. It is used to lack of sufficient vasopressin, a hormone produced by brain that instructs the kidney to retain water. Treatment options include vasopressin replacement. Their symptoms of diabetes insipidus include extreme thirst that can be quenched, polydipsia, excessive amount of urine, polyuria, colorless urine instead of pale yellow, waking frequent through the night to urinate, dry skin, constipation, weak muscle, bedwetting. Now their brand name of pharmacological drugs are vasopressin and DDAVP. Vasopressin brand name is vasostrict pitricin, used to manage antidiuretic hormone deficiency. It has official label use and is used in treatment of gastrointestinal bleeding, ventricular tachycardia, ventricular defibrillation, and vasopressin is used to treat diabetes insipidus. Insipidus comes from Latin language inspidus, tasteless, related to low level of antidiuretic hormone. And DDVP or nasal spray. Desmopressin acute is a synthetic analog of natural pituitary hormone 8 arginine. Vasopressin ADH, an antidiuretic hormone affecting renal water conservation. Internal doses are estimate. Parental doses are 20 units per ml intravenous solution and half-life is 10 to 20 minutes. And their nasal spray have 2.7 to 4.6 horse.